r/legal advice. Panicked Tin says, my grandmother gifted me $15k and now my parents are threatening to take it from me legally. What can I do? Hello everyone. My father is my grandmother's only living child. He has gained emergency POA of her last week because she has sharply declined in health again, ovarian cancer, and will be heading to hospice soon. He is now demanding the $15k in cash that my grandma gifted to me for my graduation to cover her debts and threatening legal action against me. My grandmother raised me for a good portion of my life and fought with my father for a big portion of hers. She had always openly said she was leaving this money to me instead of her son. We decided to tell no one when she gave me the cash. There was never a written agreement, just, here's the cash, I'm getting too old to remember where it is. Don't let your father have it. My father is now demanding I give up the money to care for my grandmother's medical debts, going as far as accusing me of stealing the money. I have always had access to this money. I had only asked for my grandmother to hold it for me, so I couldn't be irresponsible with it. Threatening me with legal action to take the money from me, call the police on me, and have them show up at my house. I'm at a loss at what to do. What legal rights do I have here? If there's no will and she's too incapacitated to confirm she gifted the money to me, do I have no rights to it? Will I get in trouble for depositing that much into my banking account? Edit. Wow, I didn't think it'd get this many people to comment. I truly appreciate every single one of you. To add more context, my father is attempting to claim this money in order to apply my grandmother to a better insurance that can cover the facility she is staying in. My grandma also had me added to her car title to transfer upon death. I have this title and the car with me. Along with the funds, my father has threatened to turn the courts on me since he had already reported the money and car to her insurance. I see a lot of you are telling me to deny, which unfortunately isn't possible. This money has been an uncomfortable topic in the family for years, but everyone knew her plans to leave it to me. I could chuck it in a box and swallow the key, like some others suggested, but I can't confirm if this money has a paper trail. If it helps to mention, I can at least confirm the money has been in cash for over 4 to 5 years now in an unreported safety deposit box. Share to everyone. Monkeyman80 says, when did she give you the money? How old are you? Panicked In says, hello, I'm 22. She physically gave me the money about 2 months ago. They had found her cancer had flared up again, and she was beginning to show signs of memory decline. So she removed it from her safety deposit box, which had my name included on to access if anything, and brought it to me to take possession of fully. My father is attempting to get better insurance for her to cover her current needs, and has demanded the rest of the money to put towards it. Monkeyman80 says, the main issue is that if she's on Medicare, large transfers can be clawed back. The government will pay for end-of-life care, but expect that her assets be used first. Is this an account you opened with your parents when you were a minor? Mr. Stumpy says, no. Is a complete sentence. You may have to account for the deposit in your bank account if it is / was cash, but I'd rather deal with that paperwork, personally, than your father. Monkeyman80 says, there's no paperwork for op or grandma over 15k. The bank alerts the eyes, but 15k is under gift limit for grandma and people receiving gifts don't pay taxes. Anywhere Reno 4386 says, I'm assuming that you're over 18. If so, it sounds like one competent adult gave a gift to another competent adult. Your dad doesn't have a right to an inheritance. Unless he gets her declared incompetent in court, she gets to make her own decisions with her own property. Panicked In says, that's also a concern. She's still alive, but her mental has severely deteriorated, and she has delusion/dementia episodes. She goes in and out of reality. Some days she'll be better, other days she thinks she's in Virginia. But if you ask her if the money should go to my dad, she'll tell you hell no. She has not changed her opinion of my father, even with degrading memory. r/legal advice. Pink Bubba says, a bunch of cement was shot at my car driving through a busy construction site. A ton of cement was shot at my car while driving by a construction site. On my way to work on a very busy road that has a huge construction project going on, I was driving as usual when all of a sudden concrete got sprayed all over my car. I was able to use my windshield wiper fluid to get it off of my actual windshield, but there is still cement all over the front, hood, top of car and side mirror and windshield wipers. I contacted the construction company after first submitting with the city about what happened, who then directed me to the state highways, who then lastly gave me the construction company's phone number. The construction company ignored me until I got the SEER involved. The last thing I wanted to do was make a big stir about this. I just want my car fixed. It's brand new and I've never had anything like this happen. Is it normal for the construction company to be asking for my car insurance? The damage report had asked for that, but I did not include it because a coworker told me they shouldn't need my car insurance and thought it was odd they were asking. Can someone give me any tips or help me out? I'm a young girl in my 20s with no experience with anything to do with anything like this or damage to any of my cars. Thank you for helping or sharing your thoughts on this. I appreciate any. Team Stark 31 says, report this to your insurance company. They'll go after whomever is responsible if necessary. Happy Series 7628 says, make a claim with your own insurance company if you have the applicable coverage. Pink Bubba says, I apologize if I sound stupid by asking this. I've never had to do anything through my car insurance. If I file a claim, will it affect me in any way negatively? Will I still be held responsible because I have a $500 car insurance deductible? Happy Series 7628 says, you pay your deductible. Your premiums may or not may go up. I don't know your driving history, your insurance policy, etc. Rumblus says, I see 3 options, not a lawyer. 1. File with your insurance company would probably be the easiest, but costs $500. 2. Get estimates yourself, detailing shop, dealership, call around, and approach the construction company yourself. They might pay you directly. There is time and hassle involved with this process, and you may decide it is better to pay the deductible and go with 1. 3. Get the estimates and have an attorney contact the construction company attorney and work it out. May easily cost more than the $500 insurance deductible if the construction company doesn't pay your attorney costs. Which is why 1 is a good option. I'm really sorry this stressful event happened to you. Most people have an accumulation of stories where events cost them money absolutely no fault of their own. It falls under the first rule in life, that life isn't fair, but you keep going, because amazing things are bound to happen in between these BS moments. It's only money and you can make more of it, and every moment you spend angry at this random event is time you can't get back. Best wishes to you. Get past this as quickly as possible. r/legal advice. Foreign Cucumber 993 says, my cleaning lady is denied compensation named in a will. My cleaning lady also takes care of elderly. She worked for a man taking care of him till he died. The man told her he would leave her something in his will. She was one of the only people caring for him. Once he died, his 2 sons would not share how much he left her. They tried to get her to accept $5K and sign off on any other claims. She did not. Now she wants to go after them, but the lawyer she contacted is asking for a $5K retainer and she doesn't have the money. She has less than a year left to contest or bring up the claim. Any guidance would be helpful. I did not find any pro bono lawyers in Ma. She is a hard-working woman doing multiple jobs to take care of her adult special needs son. I think anything he left would help her. Please advise. Direct Gus says, has she seen a copy of the will? It will be public record if it has been probated. Foreign Cucumber 993 says, she has not seen it. They have not probated. Prim says, have the sons, or anyone, acknowledged that a will exists at all? Aside from the deceased saying he had a will, has anyone seen it? Mentioned it? Stat Sultan says, have her contact a local legal aid. There may also be a clinic associated with a nearby law school. Either place could assist by at least drafting a demand letter. Donovan Allen says, they tried to get her to accept $5K and sign off on any other claims. Did she say why? Are you asking me to sign this? Am I named in the will? Or I'd like to see the will before signing this. Could I see that please? And what was their response? Did a lawyer send her this documentation to sign? And has she asked the lawyer why and what the will says? She has less than a year left to contest or bring up the claim. Is that what her lawyer says, or what the elderly man's kids say? If she is named in the will, wouldn't she just be entitled to be paid that designated amount without a time limit? Foreign Cucumber 993 says, I don't know who told her she has a year to bring a claim. They refused to show her the will. She said she wanted to see it and didn't want to sign the $5K offer. It was so she would get money expedited. They were friendly at first. Is there a way to force them to share the will if she is named? Seems very fishy. Donovan Allen says, did she ask if she is named in the will, and did they say yes? This is all very fishy, and I think we should assume she is named in the will, and it is for more than $5,000, and at this point she shouldn't trust anything they say to her or show her, because they might prepare forged documents showing the will lists her as receiving $5,000. $10,000 when in reality the real will states she should receive much more. Of course, even if she were named in the will for a higher amount, the family could contest that. They could claim she used undue influence to dupe a sick old man into naming her as a beneficiary. Of course, if she had no role in preparing the will and the old man went to his own lawyer and had it drawn up how he wanted while he was of sound mind, that would help her argument, and the lawyer and people who witnessed the will could ultimately testify that the old man appeared to know exactly what he was doing. If she helped him prepare a will just before he died, when he was of unsound mind, shoved the papers in front of him at his bedside, etc., that would be a bad fact for her. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.